friends, thanks for joining me for Mindful Journaling. Today is March 1st and we have a prompt that is not going to be super easy for me. Being aware of the ways your body causes you shame, embarrassment, or unhappiness. Share how often you focus on that. Then it says, how can you show your body more compassion? Write a letter to yourself, sharing your love and gratitude for your body. All right, so before we even get into the journaling part of this, I want to talk about it a little bit. I know that for many of us, we don't feel confident about our bodies. And I'm one of those people. So as I expressed in last week's video, because we started to get into some deeper content in last week's video, some things that happened to me in my childhood that created a low self-esteem, a bad body image, a stripping of one's confidence, happiness, all of that. And if you're a follower of mine and you've been following me for a little while, you know that I come off on camera as very confident, and I am. I'm very confident in certain ways, but in other ways, I'm not confident at all. So this week is going to be a little bit difficult for me. Well, I don't know if it's going to be difficult. It's deeper. It's going to hit harder. I don't think that I'll have a difficult time writing about it because there's a lot for me to share. But I wanted to say before we get into that, and before I get it, because it's weird, when you journal, for me anyway, my feelings and where I'm at mentally is different after I'm done journaling than it is prior to my journaling. So I can come on right now and talk to you guys and be very objective, but then when I'm done journaling, I've just kind of gone through some emotional turmoil. Sometimes that's what happens, and so I might be a little more subdued, I guess is the word, and maybe I won't. I'm not sure. We are going to go travel this journey together. And speaking of, if you want to journal along with me, you can do that. I'm going to have my prompts always in my community tab, and I will also put them in my description box of my videos. So you'll know what the prompts are, and if you want to join in, use hashtag mindful journaling, and then also tag me, because even if you use mindful journaling, I might miss it. So make sure you tag me, because if you do participate, I don't want to miss your video. All right, let's get to it. All right, friends, let's just get into this. This one was tough, and I probably could have written about it more, but I reached sort of a stopping place, so I thought that was good. So I wrote like a little short synopsis on the top of the page, so I didn't have to keep looking at the prompt, and it basically says, body, shame, embarrassment, or unhappiness. How often do I focus on that? How can I show my body more compassion? Write a letter to myself sharing love and gratitude for my body. I have so much body shame. I really am unhappy with my body. I know that this comes from the abuse I suffered as a child. I focus on the negative every single day. I know I am blessed, and yet the shame and embarrassment eats away at me every day. Maybe it's not my body I'm ashamed of. Maybe it's what happened to it that I am ashamed of and embarrassed about. Thinking about it like that does make sense to me. Letter to my body. I am sorry for what you went through. I'm filled with such sorrow that you had to endure everything you went through. I am proud for you for being strong. Strong enough to get through it. You have created 3 amazing children. Worked hard, done many sports, conquered so much. I need to celebrate all of your victories. You have carried my mind and spirit through so much and brought us to a safe place. I have so much to be thankful for. So friends, as you can see, I have endured traumatic events in my life, and it's difficult. Even as much counseling and therapy I have received and worked through so much, and many of you will identify with this very same thing, and I know that. statistically 1 in 4 females have been abused by the time they are like 10 years old. So that's a lot. And so I know a lot of you will identify with this. It's good for me to view it. I didn't even think of it until I was writing that, maybe it's not my actual body that I'm ashamed of. Maybe it is indeed what I'm ashamed of and embarrassed about is everything that this body went through and the abuse that it endured. That really resonates with me and makes a lot of sense. So maybe if I can view it like that, because it's almost like, this might sound weird to say, but it's almost like viewing it externally, then maybe I won't be so hard on myself. I don't know. But it's an interesting thought, because I had never come to that conclusion before. But I think that really actually does make sense, because when I think about my body, no, it's not perfect. Nobody's body is actually perfect, and so I know that it's strong. Everything works. There's so much to be grateful for, and so why I beat myself up on the daily, is a mystery, and all of that's sort of, we know that comes from everything that I've been through. So it's more mental than anything else. Obviously it's mental. All of this is about mental. Maybe if I can keep that in the forefront of my mind and look at myself with a little more compassion and empathy, maybe I won't be so hard on myself. This is a tough one. If you came along and this was tough for you, then I'm proud of you for going deep on this one, because some of these prompts are gonna hit hard, and they're not gonna be easy to get through. So if you stick to it and you do it, I'm really proud of you. So anyway, friends, I'm not sure what next week brings. I didn't even look. I need to do that, and I will do that. And it will be in this description box, though, because by the time I edit this video, I will be checking out all of March's prompts. I really appreciate you coming along, and you guys have been really supportive through this process that I've been going through. And even though most of the prompts have been pretty easy by now, well, last week was more, but you guys have been really super supportive, and I really appreciate that. I want to tell you how much I really do appreciate that. And I do hope that maybe with my sharing some of this, and perhaps maybe it's helpful to somebody out there in the world. And I feel like if that is true, then perhaps everything I had gone through wasn't in vain. Thanks for watching. See you soon.